Hello everybody and welcome to part 1 of risk control. In today's video we're going to be going over take profits and where you should set your take profit and exactly why you're selecting these kinds of areas which will maximize the amount of profits you can gain while staying safe during a trade. So let's begin. Now, take profits. These are the 4 areas I would recommend always putting your take profits at, right? It can be one of these areas. So areas of liquidity, contesting order blocks, next areas of trend, and imbalances, right? And now we're going to go through each and every single one of these with this example that we were previously using with the price cycle. So if we begin with liquidity, right? And I will just play price 1 candle. So okay, so now we are entered in this trade, right? We are entered in this trade at this order block, right? It's a refined entry, so on and so forth. Now we are looking for our take profit, right? We're looking to find an automatic area where our trade can just be automatically taken out and we will secure all of our profits. So let's begin with liquidity, right? So an area of liquidity which we can set our take profit is for example an area over here, right? So this area of support right here that we've got can be an area of liquidity where you're setting your targets. So if I just actually I'll just draw this as a line, so it's one number, okay? So and then I'll just name this TP, right? So that could be one of our take profits, right? And let's just move this out of the way. So so that could be one of our take profits, right? Because this is an area of liquidity, right? Well, this area of support, right? This whole support zone is an area of liquidity, right? So if I just mark this out, support, right? This whole zone is a support zone, right? So we expect price to eventually come round and grab this liquidity. Then from there, price can come and shoot back up, right? And then if we didn't take all of our profits, it could stop us out, right? Or price could just continue to shoot down. But either way, we'd like to secure some profits at this area of liquidity, right? So this would be a really sensible and safe take profit, right? We're securing how many pips? 180 pips, right, with this trade. So that would be a nice sensible take profit. However, if we move on to now contesting order blocks, which I'd say is really another good place to set your take profit. Basically what we're doing here is we're going on to the 1 hour, the 2 hour time frame, right? And we're looking for order blocks where we could potentially place our take profit, right? Contesting order blocks. So since we are going for a sell, we're going to look for some buy order blocks, right? We're going to look for some demand zones where we could possibly put our take profit on, right? And if I just quickly save as TP, right, and we can just delete that. So let's look for another order block where we could potentially put a take profit in. Okay, so there is maybe an order block over there that needs to be refined. So let's just take a look at what we've got here. Yep, so it looks like there is something there. Alright, it's okay. Yeah, so I'd say potentially something here. Alright, there could be potential order block within there. You don't have to be too precise since we're only using it as a take profit. Right, and so that's where we can set one of our targets, right? Or you could aim for an order block within this area, right? And then this would be a large take profit. Or okay, I think we would take profits here, right? This looks really good. So that's what we'd do for an example there. So I'd just get rid of these ones, right? Is there anything? Okay. Oh, didn't mean to do that. So I would actually just set your take profit here, right? If you wanted to do, actually no, I think we said this one, yep. So I'd actually set your take profit here, right? So that is 170 pips, right? So this could have been one scenario where you could have taken an order block. However, these ones before could just be take partials, right? And we'll go over that in the next session. So your overall take profit could be here, or it could be an order block within this area over here, for example, right? I wouldn't say going down too far, because that would just be a different kind of take profit, right? So somewhere within these areas, right? So this area here as well, right? And you could say your take profits there. So yeah, so that's that for the contesting order blocks, right? And the reason we're doing this is because, let me just picture this in a diagram, right? So let's just say we are entering from a sell order block, right? Actually, let me just do that one more time. So let's just say we're entering from a sell order block, right? And this is the sell order block. Now let's say within an area over here, right? Actually, let me just and let's just say now we are triggered in, right? Let's just say at this area there's a buy order block, right? Within this range over here, right? There's a buy order block. Now, if I continue to hold this trade past this area, it's very possible something could happen, right? Let's just say I hold it all the way down there. Now, this is why you would put out a contesting order block, right? So let's say this was a buy order block and we're selling, right? So it's a contesting order block. So let's just say we decide to hold all the way down here. What could happen is price could come back up, even though we've passed this contesting order block, right? What could happen is price could mitigate this order block, right? We haven't hit take profits yet, so we're still triggered in this trade, and price has began to react off this buy order block, and it could stop us out, right? Because of the reaction from this buy order block, right? So that's why you could potentially set your take profits there, because even if price does react from this buy order block, we won't be stopped out, right? So that's exactly why you want to be setting it at contesting order blocks, right? Now let's move on to next area of trend. Now, this one is a little bit more ambitious, right? So we know that given our price cycle video, right, that price will eventually give us some continuation with this trend, right? So what does that exactly mean? After we see the retracement and then we see mitigation, right, or otherwise known as continuation, price will, continue our downtrend that we've had on GU for a really long time. So we can assume that throughout this trade, right, price will continue to take its move to the downside and eventually take profits down there, right? So we could set our take profit at the next area of trend, which would be breaking this low, right? So we could set our take profit all the way down there, right? But that one is a bit more risky, right? You're holding the trade for much longer. And then imbalance. So you could set a take profit at an imbalance, right? So for example, this imbalance area over here, right? Although this has been somewhat filled, so we'll go on to the lower time frame so we can find another one. Okay, so we could set it, for example, here, because this imbalance is yet to be filled. Potentially somewhere here, although I don't like the look of this one. Yeah, I'd say there, for example. It's a bit of a short take profit, however, like I said, you're still securing 120 pips, which is great. So yeah, so that could be one for an imbalance. And yeah, that's all there is to take profits, guys. And I'll see you in the next video where we're going to go over stop losses and take partials. So see you in the next one.